In this example, we're looking at a little more complicated version of the product rule. Instead of having two functions multiplying together, we have three separate functions multiplied together that we need to find the derivative of. So in this case, what we really have is d by dx of f of x times g of x times h of x. And what this comes out as will be f prime of x multiplied by the other two plus g prime of x multiplied by the other two plus h prime of x multiplied by the other two. So really what we're doing is we're taking the derivative of each one separately and then we're multiplying it by what's left. So we need to find out what all of these terms are. So first, we can see that f of x equals 3 to the x. And f prime of x, therefore, equals 3 to the x times the ln of the base. So 3 to the x times ln of 3. Now, for g of x equals x squared. And this is one of the simpler derivatives to do. G prime of x will just equal 2x. Now for the third one, in black, h of x equals e to the x, and h prime of x will just be itself. Now let's take these derivatives. Now we're just putting all the pieces together using what's boxed here. So y prime will equal f prime of x, so 3 to the x ln 3, times g of x times h of x. So this will just be times x squared times e to the x. So that's already my first term. And my second term will be g prime of x, which is 2x, times f of x, which is 3 to the power of x, times h of x, which is e to the x. Now my third term will be h prime of x, which is just e to the x, times f of x, which is 3 to the x, times g of x, which is x squared. And now, if you really want to, you can factor some things out. You can see that 3 to the x and e to the x exist in all three terms. So I will say 3 to the x times e to the x. I'm going to pull that out. Then I'll be left with ln 3 times x squared plus 2x plus x squared. And now for your example, I'm not going to make it as crazy. This one I'm just asking you to find y prime if y equals 5e to the x times 2 to the x. So in this case, it looks like we have three terms, but one is just a constant that can be pulled out. So that's your hint before you get started.